Good morning, good afternoon. Miss Matei and Miss Slavnika will be talking about multiplying binomials. Are you ready, Miss Slavnika?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Okay, so what are all these squares and rectangles here?
Well, first of all, let's talk about why do we have two different colors. And I'm pretty sure that kids will get the idea very quickly. Positive and negative integers and positive and negative terms. So positive is represented by red color and negative is represented by blue color.
Why is that?
Well, because if I feel warm, then it's positive, and if I feel cold as the water, that's negative.
Oh, positive temperatures and negative temperatures.
That's right.
Okay, I get it. Now, using all these algae tiles, can you help me represent, for example, the number 2? Can I do it with these algae tiles?
Yep. So you can just drag two of the red tiles, and that will be a representation of 2.
Okay, good. So let's move on. How about 2x minus 1? Can I do that?
Yeah. So I have 2x's right here, and then I have blue minus 1, and that is a representation of 2x minus 1.
Beautiful. How about negative x squared plus a 2? Can I do that?
Oh, absolutely. So negative x squared is a blue largest tile, and plus 2, I'm going to add to it my 2 little red tiles.
Okay, now that we talk about x squared, Miss Lamika, can you explain to me why it is a square? Why x squared is represented by a square?
Well, we don't know the side length of that square, so we called it x.
Okay.
And therefore, the other side length will be x as well.
Okay.
X squared is actually the area of that red tile, and if I multiply x and x together, I'll get the x squared.
Okay, so now I understand the x squared. Good. So, having said that, how about we try to go back to a different concept? Where have we seen multiplication? Where have you seen multiplication in real life, Miss Lavnika?
Well, you can see it anywhere, but if we are dealing with the multiplication of two numbers, what comes to my mind is in mathematics, I usually calculated the area of a rectangle if I wanted to use multiplication of two numbers.
Oh, okay. So, for example, if my length here is 10 meters, let's say, and my width right here is 4 meters. How do I calculate my area of this rectangle?
Well, that will be 10 times 4.
10 times 4 times in between, so it's going to be length times
40 meters squared.
40 meters squared. Why did we talk about that? Is there any particular reason?
Well, let's look at if we want to multiply binomial represented by 2x plus 1.
Okay, so let me do a 2x plus 1. I have my x. I need another x here. 2x
Plus 1.
plus 1.
Let's say that will be the width.
That's my width as it was before. 2x.
Yep. And then I have a x plus 3 as the other dimension. So that can be my length.
And I have my 3.
And if I need to multiply these two binomials, we said multiplication means area of a rectangle. So what I would like to see, I'd like to see that rectangle. Where is the rectangle?
Okay, let's try to figure out where the rectangle is. It's right here. So I'm going to create a rectangle whose area I want to figure out. Is that true?
Yes,
Is that
it is.
enough?
So if this multiplication of these two binomials is represented by that area of that rectangle, all we need to do, we need to fill it up with tiles.
That's length, and this is my
Width.
length
And width.
Okay, So, and I know them, they are 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. So let's fill them with, let's find the area, by, is made up of this, an x squared here, another x squared right here, right?
Yeah.
And now I need some x's here. Let's see how many I need. 1, 2 right here, and the third one is right there.
You need more.
And I need more. 1 over here, correct?
Yeah.
1 over here.
Yeah.
When you're gonna play with this in class, you're gonna make them perfect.
Of course.
Okay, and now here it comes a big. How I need some ones right here, it seems like, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget in class it will be perfect. There you go. And now what am I missing there?
One more x.
1 more x. Okay. So what is the area of this rectangle now? Let's count. How many x squared do I have?
2x squared.
I have 2 squares, so it's 2x squared. How many long rectangles do I have?
7.
7. 6 over here and 1 over there, right? So it's a 6x plus a 1x, right? Plus 3 ones, correct? Something like that. So the answer is the area is 2x squared plus 7x plus 7x plus 3. Good. Now this is beautiful, but it seems like a game to me. Can you please help me with a little bit of algebra? How do I do the same thing? Algebraically, I understood your visual, but I always need a little bit of algebra. So how do I multiply 2x plus 1 and x plus 3?
So we took 2x and we multiplied it by x.
Okay,
So 2x from the first
2x
binomial.
and x, like that, as you did here. This is x and x, these two x's multiplied by those x gave me what? 2x squared, correct?
That's correct.
2x squared. Next, what else do I do?
I took again 2x and I multiplied by 3.
Okay, so you are talking about these two x's, right? These two x's
Yeah.
multiplied by 3
That's correct.
gave you,
These 6.
okay, good. So I don't need to see those anymore. Good. So 2x plus 3, that's a 6x.
6x.
Plus, what do I do now?
Then I took 1 and I multiplied it by x.
Oh, okay. So you are talking about this one
Yes.
multiplied by x, by this x over here, correct?
Yes.
That gave me this x over here.
That's correct.
That's correct. So let's write it down.
1
1
times
times x is x or 1x plus the last thing that I need to do is my 1 times
3.
1 times 3, which will give me
These 3.
those 3. Good. So 1 times 3 is plus 3. There you go. So what did you do next? What did I do next? I
Simplify.
noted some like terms here. This 6x, do you see this 6x? And this x, do they look the same?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are like terms. So it's going to be 2x squared plus algebraically 6x plus x plus 7x plus 3.
That's
Good?
correct.
Okay, now I got it with the visual, I got it with algebra. Let's get more practice using on these two examples. Please help me, tell me what I need to do.
So first take the first term and multiply it with the first term in a second bracket. So 2x times 3x. That will give us 6x squared.
Yes.
And take again 2x and multiply it by 5. So that will give us 10x.
Okay.
Now I'm taking a second term in the first bracket and I will multiply it by 3x and I will multiply it by 5. So negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. In the next step, I have to collect like terms and simplify my answer. So what I get is 6x squared plus 7x minus 5.
Okay. And how about we leave the second one for you as
Homework.
homework.